back to my channel. My eyes are already watering. I left my glasses in the car. So guys, how are you? I'm doing great. My leg hurts, but I'm doing great. Last night I had a friend reach out to me, and it's not a crow or a raven, it's a friend, and asking me if I was watching James's live. Well, here's the thing, I was in my bed, I was watching it, and I have my watch on my ankle, and it buzzed a couple times. I'm like, wait a minute, someone might be trying to get a hold of me. So I just brought my ankle up, looked, seen it was my friend, texted her, said, yeah, I'm actually laughing hysterically. And I was laughing hysterically. I'm not gonna lie. And then I got on and had my phone, because I texted her back. I don't text from my watch to other people. And yeah, let's just say, what are you talking about, Jim? Seriously. And yeah, I'm going to tag you and Jerry in this video. One, I made no mention of no honey buns whatsoever. I made a car vlog in the middle of your live because I wanted a nice coffee to listen to this miracle news, which is great news. That is what I said. It's a true blessing, that it's a miracle, that it's fantastic. So where that negativity came from and who fed it to you, they're feeding you lies. I don't know why, but that's okay. Because when I have something to say, I come directly on and I say it. I say it in my name. I say it on my videos. I do want to let you know, though, you said you hate me. Well, I don't hate you, nor do I hate Jerry. I dislike the things that you have done, or I dislike how your mother-in-law, or your mother and your mother-in-law get treated and taken advantage of. Yeah, I dislike that. And then you also asked if you repeat yourself. James, yes you do. Go back and watch your videos. And except last night, I didn't hear it. You mentioned Germany every single video. And maybe you've heard it from me that I've said you repeat yourself. I'm not sure. But I'm here looking at you and saying, yes, you do repeat yourself. Yes. You don't repeat yourself about how you and Jerry met, how in love you guys are, how great the cruise was. You don't repeat that. I think you've talked about it once, maybe twice. Boom, that was it. So I'm not sure why you hate me. I get about videos that I participated in. And if you noticed, I wasn't really the one doing the videos on you or doing the lives about you. It was another person that repeated things over and over and over again. Worse than you. Worse than you. That tiny hand thing, that didn't come from me. That thing with animals and stuff didn't come from me. That thing with when you spanked Oreo or whatever, that didn't come from me. So I think you need to rethink of what I've really said. You've participated in the lives. You've been treated very nicely. Even though you have said very mean things, hurtful things to some women. I take what you have to say with a grain of salt and I just laugh. I'm sorry. You know what your mom wants. You know what you want. You know you want to downsize. You're appeasing Jerry for some reason. Just let me make my order.
Hi, how may I help you?
Hi, can I please get a large cold brew with the shots of vanilla, Splenda, and cream?
Okay.
And then another large cold brew with the caramel swirl with an extra shot of caramel swirl and extra. And that's it.
All right, 981. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. I don't think anyone's ahead of me. So I'll be taking my phone down yep, I'm the only one in line. So let me go ahead and pay for this and I'll be back in a moment. All right, let's see. Looking delicious. It is phenomenal. Some days, I mean, they're always good, but some days are just a little better than another. Today is that day. Of course, I'm very thirsty. I did have my cold brew this morning, my homemade. I did have the girls. Well, I had all three. It was a good morning. It was calm. It was just easy. They were very good girls and very good boy. And after Amelia left, they sat at the table and they ate their breakfast. And I put a tablet like in the middle of the table just to let them watch that for a little bit. They got like a half hour of that. I also do, what are the cards, like with the colors and the alphabets, and we work with that. So it was a productive, nice day. After they had left, was picked up, I got in the tub and took care of myself. I'm going to tell you that bar soap that I showed you that had the high rating is phenomenal. Love it. Lather's good. Has just a slight scent. Yeah, it's just fantastic. So if anyone's looking for a good bar soap, now I'm one that does like, I love my ribbons, you know what I mean, of the, what is it, Olay, and it's really bad. It's really bad. So I won't be purchasing that anymore. And the price on that is outrageous anyway. So anyways, where was I at? I just want to bring Tasha her coffee real quick. And then I'll go park somewhere. And then I got to pick up the neighbor something from Dollar General and a Sprite for her. So anyways, Jim, I'll let you know. I don't hate you. I wish you'd respect your mother more. Yeah. You were talking again about moving things around and moving boxes into the living room. Well, that's kind of risky with your mom. I believe she slipped on a box. You have boxes for donation. And I forgot, you said you wanted to see if, I don't know. Oh, if mom wanted any. I probably can guarantee you, your mom don't want any. Your mom is like probably a minimalist. That's how I view her. And I have much respect for Sally. I have respect for her, especially just for putting up with the two of you living in that home, with Jerry Ann taking over that home, with the hygiene issues, you know? Can you imagine what odors come off of people? And I know Redheaded Storm sent me something about bathing. Maybe Redheaded Storm is another one that doesn't like to bathe or shower. When you have folds of skin, you need to wash under them and not with a wipe. You need fresh water. Some of the wipes with that app are not good for you at all. And no, that even though a wipe says flushable, it is not flushable. So if someone's using them, and any of my subscribers, if you use them, you know, to clean your bottom half, your undercarriage, as our friend says, I just would suggest having a small waste paper basket, like separate, put it in there, have a cover or something, and then tie it up and get it out. Not being rude, but I'm being sincere. I have a Temu order going to be delivered today. That's why I was looking. So I'm going to run this down to Tasha. Then I'm going to go back and get my cup. I forgot my cup, but, you know, I'm senile. You know, I forget these things. So I'll be right back.
Eternity later.
Whoa, holy windy outside. What a day to choose to wear the hair down. All right. That was like one eternity later. Everly didn't want me to leave. And I guess last night... Oh, sorry, my back is hurting. I guess last night she didn't have the Everly milk, the lactose intolerance, which I think she's outgrown because, like I said, she can have ice cream and dairy and such. And she's had cups of milk, of the regular milk, and no problems. But she said, Nana, you buy me my Everly milk? I said, Nana will go get it. So, I don't know. I think I'll just go to Walmart as well, just to, you know, get out, get some steps in. It's healthy. So, do that and continue with my car vlog. Yeah, I really was in shock, and I was really laughing. I don't know how many times he mentioned my name, but if I was a drinker and I took a drink every time he mentioned my name, I think I would have been passed out drunk. It was entertaining to me. You know, and then I shared something in the Discord, and I believe it was Chatty Hag. She said, I can't believe, you know, what I deal with as far as trolls in the comments. And I said, you know, I just laugh at them. That's all you can do. It doesn't hurt my feelings. And she said she would have crawled up in a corner a long time ago. You kind of, after 3 years of it, you kind of think like, you just really have to look at the source. Basically what I'm doing is just speaking about someone who puts things on the internet that don't add up, that laid in bed for months on end, that didn't go to the emergency room because of the pandemic at that time, that her doctor told her not to go. No doctor is going to tell you, if you're in that much pain and you can only sit up for 10 seconds at a time, not to go to the emergency room. They had the masks. You had your immunization as well, right? You were protected, so I don't know. And then you know, you mentioned your boo-boos and tunneling, and, you know, even on, if I remember correctly, with the phone call with the doctor, you mentioned that, you know, when you took this medicine, you had tunneling, Jerry. You had bed sores that were tunneling from pressure. They were pressure wounds. So you're going to tell me that the 2 doctors that I showed are wrong? And I know many people have that screenshot. And I know many people are in the healthcare system. It'd be great if they showed a doctor and also asked a doctor, hey, what type of sores are these? Because my doctors, I trust 100%. You know, especially when one was like, you need to get that person out of a nursing home right away. You aren't in a nursing home. How about the fact that you had said when the Superstorm Sandy came that that was your weekend of work or something like that, to that effect, but Jim was home? No, he wasn't. He was living in that apartment with you. So there you go. There's another lie. You sure got that money. You were planning on moving to Rolla. So I don't get if the Red Cross was willing to help you out and you had such a great job, why you wouldn't have relocated right there in Long Island or closer to your job, or basically you had a free apartment with your job. So why would you even have left that? Did you not want to work? Did you just want to rely on Sally's income back then? Because you certainly didn't put forth the effort. Yep, 911 center and mail delivery. You know how many other cars for sale? You know how many other jobs there are that you could just sit? You could have just sat, and you could have done customer service. You could have done sales, and you would be sitting at a desk. So with you, it's been one excuse after another, and I don't know if you want to be called out, but you know, Canuck Girl sent me a great video, and I'm definitely going to do it. I'm definitely going to show the video and do a voiceover. Yeah, it's something that happened years ago, but Jerry, this was you, and this is how you've been. I would think that someone encouraging you would be helpful. Someone to encourage you to get up and do a few more steps. You did mention you wore your brace. Again, tell me you don't watch me by telling me you don't watch me. And you wore it for your eye shot. And your back, wasn't as bad as if it would been. No, because that's supporting some of your core, and that's also supporting, as the woman on the video said, her apron, which indeed helps her walk. It eases the pain. So when you're walking at home, why wouldn't you utilize that? Why? You don't have to put it directly on your skin. You can put it right over your muumuus or your clothes, whatever you wear. I don't know how you dress to go to the doctors, if you just wear your muumuus or if you actually get dressed. I know you're not happy just sitting in that house. You're not. You might portray yourself. Maybe now you have, what is it, agoraphobia? I'll have to look that up. Where you don't want to leave your house. And James, you mentioned that you were, introducing the dog to the other dogs and such, like close by, which is good. Oreo does need interaction with other dogs. Well, since you're doing stuff like that, why not help yourself by walking Oreo around the whole block? Not only does it help Oreo, it helps you. You made a comment today that you are seeing a nutritionist today. Well, number one, I hope you did go. And two, how do you forget to check your blood sugar? Is it because Jerry really never does? And how about she takes insulin prophylactically to prepare herself, and then sometimes needs to take more? So basically what she's doing is eating whatever she'd like, independent on that insulin. Do you think that's a way to take care of your diabetes? Please. I'm sure I have diabetics in my subscriber list. I'm sure they'll comment. And you said something about, Jerry said something about the collab 2 weeks ago. No, Jerry, you must have time blindness because, correct me if I'm wrong, that was like 4 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago was last week and you didn't do a live. Oh, and also, Jim, you mentioned that I was happy that Jerry wasn't doing vlogs or lives. That's not true. 100% not true. I'm eager to see them. I'm eager to see what she has to say. So again, where you're getting this information from, it's all lies. 100% lies. And when lies were said about me, I confronted the people, you know? So that is what it is. But hate is a strong word. Hate is something that is not healthy to hold within yourself. But you can hate me all you like. Oh, and thank you, BGL, for sticking up for me. That was a little shocking. I'm not going to lie. But you seriously, BGL, I just think he listens so much to Jerry that he just says what he says, you know? It doesn't matter. No matter what Jim says, it's not going to make me turn my back on Sally. I want happiness for Sally. You know, I actually know what it's like. I lived with a house full of people. And don't get me wrong, I wouldn't change that. Everything happened fantastic. It's loving, it's sobriety, it's growth. And the peace is nice, though. I didn't work all those years to retire early to be hectic. You see what I'm saying? So I promise you, I pull my big girl panties up every day, and yeah, I wear panties. Sorry, I know, TMI, but we know someone that doesn't. And the one video that I'm gonna share, not to work on it, probably in the StreamYard, to try to put it together, because I want to try a couple new things. I want to try to get creative. Yesterday I shared with Queen the one channel that I had been watching with the young kids, with this woman, and the comments in there was like, "Oh, your baby's beautiful. Oh, your baby boy is beautiful," which it's a baby girl. But I learned my lesson. I didn't listen to a group of women because why? I was naive. I really was. I was like, there's nothing gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? She's with me. I take care of her, and blase, blase. But they were right. Point blank. Period. It did come to the point where she was in the car seat and you really couldn't see her, but still, those videos are all gone. Because of me being hard-headed and everything that was going on. I don't know. I don't know why. I know that some of the true subscribers, they enjoyed seeing her. They enjoyed hearing her. But I have to protect her. And she's beautiful, guys. She's beautiful. And they're my granddaughters and my grandson. So they're beautiful to me. They're my heart. If anybody looked at them the wrong way, I'd be one crazy senile nana. Let's just say that. But let me go in here and pick something up for the neighbor. But I'm going to also just get the milk here as well. And I'll just look around, see what they have. See if I get any ideas of what maybe I want for dinner. Because not yesterday, the day before, I didn't eat. I forgot to eat. So yesterday I was like, all of a sudden I had this hunger and I'm like, oh my goodness. And I made the little sausage links and I was dipping it in not healthy, dipping it in the sugar-free maple syrup. And I ate 5 of those, and then I went back and made a toasted peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So, but all right, let me get busy here and I'll be back.
Eternity later.
You know what? I thought the dang thing was recording again, and it wasn't. So I was talking about, I tried on these pair of jeans, and I really liked them. And I'm still debating. I can't believe it didn't get, like, I was hesitant with driving away and going back in. Then I'm like, no, you need to be patient. See if they're there the next time I go. And if I get them, I'm getting rid of 2 pairs of jeans for sure. Because I'm not gonna, they were comfortable. They had the big pocket on the side, which is nice just to throw your cell phone in. So they were comfortable. And they were the wider leg, like, you know. So we'll see. And then I was picking up, Tasha said she had a prescription. So when I went to the pharmacy, she said, oh, the insurance didn't go through. I went, really? So I texted Tasha. She didn't answer right away, you know, because she's busy with the kids. She don't keep the phone in her hand. And then I went about shopping and did some things, and JR got the new job and his insurance switched over. So she's going to contact them, I think, or contact her insurance company. I don't know, but I might go back out later and pick it up, or she might go back out later and pick it up. But they do have medical. JR pays a lot of money for it. Let me tell you that much. You know? And then Tasha has secondary insurance. So JR's is primary, and then Tasha's secondary. So, and then we've got our friends that have the free insurance. You see what I'm saying? Like, I was happy to see Jim got new glasses. That's great. Now I'd be happy to see the Jim to go to the dentist, and maybe he wouldn't be as tired. What's odd is they don't get up till like 10 o'clock. Jerry does a live and such, and then they go and take a nap. Who does that? Seriously. A nap. Genuinely a nap. I'm sorry, Jim. I'm sorry. You hate me already, so it is what it is. You're a big boy. You don't need no naps. Like, come on. How old are you? My granddaughters don't take naps anymore. Shit. Oh, excuse me. When I had my knee replacement and still had all the anesthesia in me, which I think they put a high amount in me, I still was fighting the sleep and trying to stay up and trying to do things. And I was up every couple hours walking. I want to know, prior to getting with Jerry, which has been 20 some odd years, were you taking naps? Did you have time blindness? Did you have spoons to spend? Or did you man up and do what you needed to do? Because I think all these theories come from your wife. And if you look at your wife, look what it's done to her. It's gotten her absolutely nowhere. Nowhere. She don't want to help herself, Jim. And now all of a sudden that 100 milligrams of gabapentin 3 times a day is helping her. Stage 4 kidney cancer. I don't have kidney cancer. Thank God, goodness. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. However, because Jim hates me, he'd probably wish it on me. But I don't have that. However, I take 300 milligrams 3 times a day for pain. Yet your wife has stage 4 that's metastasized to her bones. And even with the 300 milligrams per day, my right leg feels like rotting bone or something. Like, I don't know. And she mentioned something about a PET scan because the CAT scans don't show and everything. Well, I don't understand why a stage 4 cancer patient hasn't had a PET scan yet. I don't get that. Usually before chemo and immune therapy and such, they'll do a PET scan. So I don't understand that. So yeah, you should get a PET scan. And your bones are probably hollowing out. You are on that, I forget the name of the medication for the bone strengthening. But yes, you are on that. You're taking calcium. And Jim says, well, maybe it's the calcium that's making her cancer disappear. If this woman comes up NED, and she can prove she comes up NED, I'm done. Done. Absolutely done. Crystals and prayers and calcium. You know, she's such a great Christian, yet she does the pagan thing or whatever. I'm totally lost. And I don't mean to be rude. All I want to say is give your mother peace. Give her the peace of mind of pulling up your boxer briefs, pulling down your nightshirt, and getting on Section 8 waiting list. Jerry will be pushed up. Get in an apartment which is easier for you to maintain because you maintain the house, right? So you'd have to downsize, and you and Jerry can live happily ever after. And your mother can get in a senior home and have people her age and do things, and it's peaceful. There's not going to be a dog barking. There's not going to be a woman laying in bed shouting out demands, playing her TV loud, playing puppy music, putting a dog in a crib. Jim, look, listen, see. All of a sudden, one day of gabapentin? No. Right there. Yup, there's the middle finger. One day of gabapentin does not make a whole world of difference. It takes a while to get into your body and to adjust to it. Jim, my friend, you were also on gabapentin 100 milligrams 3 times a day. You still taking that? You don't know what medication you take. That's rather scary. You should know what's the name of your medication, what times you should take it. You shouldn't. You should know all of this, because when you go to the doctors, you need to make sure each doctor knows what medication you are on. I don't know. And what's odd is, how many times did I ask Jerry, do a live, we'll talk, we'll chit chat, which I would. Did I get heated when she was on there? Yes. She kept saying my internet was crapping out when it wasn't. It was hers. It was hers, because they have problems with theirs all the time. So when they were in like the StreamYard, there was difficulties. Mine was fine. I heard hers, and yeah. However, I've offered, I wouldn't yell or scream. I wouldn't let you overtalk me, though, which you like to do to people. And no, I don't believe that you would have just left the live if you and I got in a debate with each other. You would have debated. You wouldn't have just left the live. You just wanted to overtalk Mona. That's what you wanted. And you wanted it on your channel. You didn't want to join the StreamYard, though, but then you did. But then you did with that lady who was telling you how to lose weight and diet with their nutrition stuff. Come on. Please. Please. And have you followed any of it? Nope. And your dog really doesn't like its paws touched. But you had to sit there and keep messing with your dog. You make your dog uneasy. You really do. That dog was going to be your reason for moving and doing exercise and blah, 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 blah. Hey, how about all that camping gear? You're going to camp and do van life and try it? Blah, 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 blah. You were going to move to California. You kept stuffing a dream up your husband's ass. Sorry. You lead him and lead him and lead him. Well, I think Jim's smart enough to know that you cannot afford Sally's home. You cannot afford the mortgage. You would not be approved for it, even if Jim did get SSI. Jim, it's SSI because SSA is the Social Security Administration. SSI is kind of like a welfare, and for a couple, the cap would be like $1,400 per month. You're not going to get the same amount that Jerry does unless you get SSDI, unless you have enough work credits, which, well, you haven't worked well a year now, and then you were working part-time. How many years ago? 2 years ago, you had a full-time job for maybe a year? I don't know. I don't know if you have enough work credits, my friend. And if it's an SSI, your total income would be about $1,400 monthly. Okay? Yet you can't pay your mother-in-law and your mother rent. Make that make sense. But Jerry can get the Dave and Sissy deals, right? Rent comes first. And oh, Jim, if you get on SSI, your rent won't go that high because you were saying about Section 8, you were worried about them raising the rent. Well, sure, if you get a little more income in, they're going to raise it a little bit, but not where you can't afford it. They're going to raise it because there is that extra income, and it's not going to be like outrageous. So let Jerry sit there and tell you everything. What are you going to do when it comes time that your mother's actually found a place and the VA thing is approved? What are you going to do? What? Your wife is filling your mind with dreams, hopes and dreams. And I get that. Hopes and dreams are great. But you have to be in reality. Reality is you haven't paid your mother or your mother-in-law rent in over a year. You don't pay your cell phone bill. Your mother-in-law pays that. You added it to the watch to where if you leave your phone behind, which is extra. You know, you get these trolls saying, oh, we've checked it out. It's not true. Shut the F up. You're stupid as shit. And I'm sorry for the cursing, ladies, but it's beyond ridiculous because the trolls aren't for Jerry at all. At all. I'm trying to give her some honest advice. You have to move more every day. You have to get on the Section 8 or HUD waiting list. There is free cell phone service for you. I don't know if Jim would qualify because I don't know if people living in the same house can get that combined. That would be something you would have to look into. You can get the cheaper internet. They will tell you, oh, there's a cap on that, which is not true because they can't cap it. but it would be between $20 and $25 a month. And the internet is probably better than the T-Mobile that you have. And the T-Mobile that you have, your mother-in-law pays for that internet, Jim. Or your mother, you think that Jerry pays for it. No, she hasn't paid for it, Jim. So open your eyes and see that your mother has been nothing but an open checkbook or bank or whatever. Well, you know what? Jerry's not going to be around forever. Your mom's not going to be around forever. And you need to learn how to do things. You need to learn how to speak up. You need to learn how to say no. You need to learn how to not bring her food. You need to learn to tell her to cook her food. She could stand. She could sit at the table. She could go over to the stove. She could use what you said. You had a stool. She could lean on the stool. She could cook it. She could start strengthening her muscles every day. So quit playing people for a fool. And then all of a sudden, sure, there's going to be lives. And I want you to have lives. I want you to earn money. You should earn money. And then maybe you could pay your mom a little rent or your mother-in-law a little rent. Okay? Maybe you can craft. Maybe you can get your viewers. You have 70,000. So if you have 70,000 viewers, and they're also interested in you, yet they didn't go to your vlog channel, yet you don't get like 3,000 to 4,000 views. I can't do it. You need to start being honest and open. You need to show us that you're willing to do things for yourself. Hey, you were sitting at the table cooking. You didn't do the videos. You never posted your little grocery haul. Jim never posted his cook with me. Why? Does that take too many spoons? But yet when you want to mimic something, you certainly can put that together. Well, you know what? Maybe take more gabapentin because you need to start moving. And until later, guys, that's it. Take care. Bye-bye. And Jim, I don't hate you, and you're rude for saying it to me, but you live with that one.